Oh, the New Orleans Pelicans have shut down Zion Williamson and CJ McCollum for the rest of the season due to injuries.
Zion Williamson is going through a tough time this season. Really tough. After suffering yet another injury, he's been officially shut down for the rest of the year. If you keep up with NBA news, you know this isn't new for Zion. But what's really catching people's attention isn't just the injury, it's the rumors. Word is Zion was out partying the night before the game. Now, the internet is in chaos trying to figure out what happened, and how a porn star ended up being part of the story. So what's true? What's just gossip? And why is everyone so worked up? Stick around. We're breaking down everything: the injury, the rumors, and the scandal. The NBA has been full of drama lately. From Ja Morant flashing a gun sign to Draymond Green's heated exchange with Alperen Sengun, there's always something going on. And now, Zion Williamson is in the spotlight again. The New Orleans Pelicans star suffered a lower back contusion during a game against the Minnesota Timberwolves on March 19, 2025. This wasn't just a minor injury. It was serious enough for the Pelicans to make the hard decision to sit their franchise player for the rest of the 2024-2025 season. The official announcement came on March 31, 2025, ending yet another season for the often injured former #1 draft pick. Almost immediately, social media blew up with rumors and speculation. People claimed Zion had been out partying the night before his injury, with some even saying there's video evidence. These rumors painted a picture of someone distracted before a key game. But where did these rumors start, and why are they spreading so fast? A lot of it goes back to Zion's growing reputation as a party lover, something that took a big hit in June 2023, when he was caught in a major controversy that people still remember today. In June 2023, Zion was involved in a public scandal with adult film actress and OnlyFans model Mariah Mills. This wasn't about partying. It was personal. The drama began after Zion and his girlfriend, Akima, announced they were expecting a baby girl. What should have been a happy moment quickly turned into a media storm. Mills responded to the announcement with shocking claims on social media. She said she had been in a relationship with Zion at the same time he was with Akima. She didn't just make claims, she posted alleged screenshots of texts between her and Zion to prove it. In those messages, Mills said Zion had been cheating and even discussed moving her to New Orleans. Mills said she felt hurt and betrayed after finding out about the pregnancy, and even hinted she might be pregnant with Zion's child too. Things escalated quickly as she continued sharing explicit details about their alleged relationship. The situation went viral, dominating headlines and sparking debates across NBA Twitter. Some people slammed Zion for his alleged behavior, while others questioned Mills's reasons for going public. It's important to point out that, up until our latest available information, Zion Williamson has never directly responded to the allegations made by Mariah Mills. His decision to remain silent left room for speculation. Some saw it as a silent admission, while others believed it was a calculated choice to avoid fueling the controversy any further. Regardless of the reason, the incident left a lasting impression on the public's view of Zion's personal life and judgment, and it still shapes how fans and media interpret his actions today. Whenever he gets injured or underperforms, this past controversy becomes a reference point for renewed scrutiny of his off-court behavior. It's also worth mentioning that Zion is not the only NBA player to have been linked to people in the adult entertainment industry. This has happened several times in the league's history. For example, Charlotte Hornets guard LaMelo Ball was rumored in 2023 to have had a relationship with adult film actress Tiana Trump. Trump once claimed she had been intimate with an unnamed Indiana Pacers player when she was 16, a serious allegation considering the legal age of consent. However, she never named the player, and no solid evidence ever connected Ball to the claim. Then there's the case involving Kevin Durant and former adult film star Lana Rhoades. On social media, Rhoades suggested she had dated a player from the Brooklyn Nets, widely believed to be Durant. Later, she revealed she had only been intimate with one NBA player with whom she shares a child, but never officially confirmed who it was. Paul George of the Los Angeles Clippers was also at the center of controversy when it was revealed that he had fathered a child with Daniela Rajic, a former stripper. while he was reportedly dating the daughter of then NBA coach Doc Rivers. Despite the backlash, George and Rajic eventually reconciled, got engaged in 2020, and married in 2022. Another high-profile example is former NBA player Joe Smith, who found out that his wife, Kesha Chavez, who had previously worked in adult entertainment under the name Yasmin Pandavis, had secretly started an OnlyFans account. The discovery sparked a wave of discussion about privacy and personal boundaries in the lives of public figures. Lamar Odom, a two-time NBA champion, is also no stranger to media headlines related to his personal life. He was famously married to Khloe Kardashian, and his well-known struggles, including a near-fatal overdose at a Nevada brothel in 2015, were extensively covered in the media. Lisa Ann, a well-known adult film actress, has been open about her past experiences with NBA players. She's expressed a preference for younger athletes and has shared stories about how her relationships with sports figures sometimes became public. One such case was with Notre Dame football player Justin Brent, with whom she was photographed intimately after attending a game together, an event that generated significant media buzz. In another instance, model and former stripper Amber Rose briefly dated NBA player Terrence Ross in 2016. Rose, who has been linked to several celebrities, brought further attention to the intersection of sports and entertainment through that short-lived relationship. Former NBA star Gilbert Arenas once shared insights on why some professional athletes are drawn to people in the adult industry. According to him, the demanding schedules and limited social opportunities of athletes often lead them to form connections with individuals who have more flexible and unconventional lifestyles, such as those working in adult entertainment. These cases demonstrate that while Zion Williamson's situation with Mariah Mills is undeniably dramatic, it's not entirely unprecedented in professional sports. What sets his story apart, though, is how the controversy coincides with increasing worries about his physical condition, discipline, and long-term dedication to basketball. The truth is, many fans are beginning to think that Zion simply hasn't lived up to the enormous hype that surrounded him when he entered the NBA. Since joining the league, Zion has faced enormous pressure, but along with that has come a consistent pattern of missed games and rising criticism. His career so far hasn't come close to meeting the expectations that once made him the league's most anticipated prospect. To put things into perspective, Zion was selected as the first overall pick by the New Orleans Pelicans in 2019. But since then, he's struggled to stay healthy. In his rookie year, 2019 to 2020, he played only 24 games. The following season, 2020 to 2021, showed promise with 61 appearances, but in 2021 to 2022, he missed the entire season due to a serious foot injury. The struggles continued in 2022 to 2023, when he suited up for just 29 games. In 2023 to 2024, he managed to play 70 games before suffering another setback, a back injury that sidelined him for the rest of the season. As one analyst summarized, the Pelicans have officially ruled out Zion Williamson and CJ McCollum for the remainder of the season due to injuries. Over the course of his career, 2019 to 20, 24 games, 2020 to 21, 61 games 2021 to 22, 0 games 2022 to 23, 29 games 2023 to 24, 70 games. Despite this limited availability, Zion has earned close to $115 million in salary alone. This lack of consistent presence on the court has sparked major disappointment among fans and commentators. Based on career data, Zion has missed a total of 258 games while playing in just 214. That means he's been unavailable more than he's been active, a worrying trend for someone once hailed as a generational talent. The financial impact is staggering. That $115 million is only his NBA salary. It doesn't include endorsement income, such as his Jordan Brand deal, which reportedly nets him around $10 million per year. He's currently in the second season of a 5-year, $197 million contract extension signed in summer 2022, with over $126 million still guaranteed after this season. Zion's health and reliability are now major concerns for the Pelicans, especially considering the franchise's significant financial commitment. Interestingly, his contract is said to include clauses tied to weight and body fat percentage, meaning he could lose a portion of his salary if he fails to meet specific fitness requirements. This clause alone reveals just how serious the team is about his conditioning, which has been a widely debated issue since he was drafted. Fans have not held back on social media. One user on X, formerly Twitter, @Wiggins302, shared his frustration. "We will never get to see the real Zion Williamson. He's out again for the season with a back injury." Another post on X from user @CoachingMyth raised an important question. Will the former #1 draft pick ever be consistently healthy enough to showcase his true talent? Not all comments have been so thoughtful. User @MarkMadext stirred controversy by claiming that Zion's weight is a major issue, even going as far as to suggest he's too overweight to play, implying his physical condition may be contributing to his frequent injuries. On the flip side, @TrillJones Jonas came to Zion's defense, arguing that the Pelicans may be playing it overly safe with their star athlete. Conversations on Reddit have been equally passionate. In one thread discussing Zion's injury timeline, a frustrated user wrote, "If I were a Pelicans fan, I'd be sick of this guy." Another sarcastically dubbed him "Zion will not play son." And a particularly disheartened fan wrote, "Zion is the superstar who never was," echoing a growing belief that he may never realize his full potential. A major point of debate revolves around Zion's body type and style of play. His listed weight, which fluctuates between 264 and 284 pounds, combined with his explosive athleticism, is both rare and concerning. This unique build has amazed analysts, while also sparking fears about long-term wear and tear. One analyst pointed out, "Some people are just built in ways that make them more prone to injuries. Their posture, the way they land, how they run. With Zion, we've yet to see him play a full NBA season. And honestly, when have you ever seen someone with that size move with that level of explosiveness?" Another commentator painted a vivid picture. "Zion has the body of an 18-wheeler, but the engine of a Ferrari. That much explosive movement, jumping, sprinting, stopping, puts immense pressure on the body. You have to stay on top of it with constant care. Just look at LeBron. He's icing his knees and back the moment games end." This comparison of size and power highlights the challenge Zion faces. His unique physique allows him to perform feats most athletes his size can't, but that same trait may be the root of his recurring injuries. There's even been open speculation about medical options. In one segment, a commentator nervously brought up weight loss medication like Ozempic, wondering aloud, would Zion still be as explosive if he took something like that? I mean, no disrespect, I genuinely don't know. In fact, a recent fan poll asked if the team should continue building around Zion, and 60% of voters said no. That number speaks volumes about fans' growing doubts regarding his long-term reliability. Adding fuel to the speculation is a theory making the rounds online, that the Pelicans may be using Zion's recent injury as a cover to tank the rest of the season. With the team out of playoff contention, some believe shutting him down is more about improving their draft odds than actual injury concerns. "I've been hearing stuff that makes me question if this injury is even real," said one insider. "Other teams do it too. It's not unheard of." Of course, Zion isn't the first NBA player to be haunted by recurring injuries. Several top-tier talents before him, especially among power forwards, have endured similar battles. Amari Stoudemire and Blake Griffin are often compared to Zion Williamson because, like him, they were praised for their incredible athleticism and explosive style of play. But despite their raw talent, both players saw their careers slowly derailed by recurring injuries. This brings up an important question. How much physical strain can a high-impact player handle before their performance starts to decline? Stoudemire, drafted 9th overall by the Phoenix Suns in 2002, quickly became one of the most exciting power forwards in the NBA. His mix of size, strength, and athleticism made him a dominant force, especially in the pick and roll with Steve Nash. By his third season, he was averaging over 26 points per game and looked destined for superstardom. However, in the 2005-06 season, his career took a major hit when he had microfracture surgery on his left knee. He played only 3 games that year. The surgery, which was still relatively new back then, had a long recovery process and raised doubts about whether he could ever regain his explosiveness. To his credit, Stoudemire bounced back in the 2006-07 season, averaging 25.7 points and 9.1 rebounds and earning another All-Star selection. This showed his determination, similar to how Zion has shown flashes of brilliance when healthy. But over time, Stoudemire's durability declined. In the 2012-13 season alone, he missed 53 games due to various injuries, and eventually, his playing time had to be carefully managed due to ongoing knee problems. His effectiveness dropped significantly by the end of his stint with the New York Knicks. Blake Griffin is another strong comparison to Zion. He was the first overall pick by the Los Angeles Clippers in 2009, the same draft position as Zion. Griffin was famous for his highlight reel dunks and elite athleticism. But his career also had a rocky start when he broke his kneecap in the preseason, causing him to miss his entire rookie year.